There's a white powder in your kitchen right now, and it could do more for your health than half the pills in your cabinet. But almost no one's talking about it. I'm a retired doctor, and after decades of caring for patients, watching trends come and go, I can tell you this. Some of the most powerful remedies don't come in a bottle. They come in a box, and they cost just pennies. Today, I'll walk you through 7 surprising health problems that baking soda can actually help with. Each one backed by science, real stories, and practical ways you can apply it, starting right in your own home. And if you stay with me until the end, the final use might just be the most unexpected of all. Let's begin, not in the kitchen, but in your kidneys, where this humble powder may be doing far more than freshening your fridge. Part 1. Detox and kidney support. Let's start with something your body is already trying to do every single day: detox. You may not see it, but your kidneys, liver, lungs, and skin, they're constantly working to remove waste, filter your blood, and keep everything in balance. It's one of the most important things your body does, and one of the most overlooked as we get older. Now here's where baking soda quietly steps in. When you dissolve baking soda in water, it forms an alkaline solution. And that gentle alkalinity can help neutralize excess acid in the body. When your internal environment becomes too acidic, something that often happens with age, medication use, or poor diet, it can leave you feeling drained, achy, and inflamed. I've had many older patients over the years, folks who are constantly tired, no matter how well they slept or ate. And for some of them, once we helped them restore their acid-alkaline balance, things began to shift. More energy, less stiffness, even clearer thinking. Sometimes, it's not about adding more. It's about taking pressure off what's already overloaded. Now here's the science. A study published in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology showed that sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, can help slow the progression of chronic kidney disease. The researchers found that patients who supplemented under medical supervision had better control over metabolic acidosis, and their kidneys declined more slowly over time. That's a big deal, especially for older adults whose kidneys are already under strain. So how do people actually use it? One way is through a warm bath or a gentle foot soak. Just a few tablespoons in a basin of warm water can help soothe irritated skin while giving your body a mild external detox boost. Some folks also drink a very small amount, typically 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon in a full glass of water, but only under the guidance of a doctor. Especially if you have high blood pressure or heart concerns, you need to be cautious, because baking soda contains sodium, and too much can push things in the wrong direction. Think of it like this. Your body's doing the heavy lifting, baking soda is just there to lend a helping hand. Not to replace, not to fix, but to support what your body's already trying to do. And if it can do that on the inside, you'll be surprised at what it can do on the outside, starting with something as simple as your smile. Part 2. Oral health and canker sores. I'll never forget Mr. Raymond, one of my longtime patients in his late 70s. He had the kind of smile that lit up a room, bright, clean, and full of life. One day during a checkup, I asked him how he kept his teeth so white. He chuckled and said, "Doc, I've never trusted those fancy whitening strips. I just use baking soda, like my mother did." And you know what? He was onto something. Baking soda has been used for oral health for generations, and for good reason. Its mildly abrasive texture helps scrub away plaque and surface stains from coffee, tea, and years of wear. More importantly, it helps balance the pH in your mouth. Here's why that matters. When your mouth becomes too acidic after eating, drinking sugary drinks, or due to dry mouth, it becomes a perfect playground for harmful bacteria. That bacteria leads to gum disease, tooth decay, and yes, even bad breath. Baking soda, being alkaline, helps neutralize that acid. This creates an environment that's much harder for harmful bacteria to thrive in. Scientific studies back this up. One published in the Journal of Clinical Dentistry found that toothpaste containing baking soda was significantly more effective at removing plaque and whitening teeth than those without it. Another study from the American Dental Association showed that baking soda rinses helped reduce inflammation and pain in people with recurrent canker sores, those small, painful ulcers that make eating or talking difficult. So how do you use it? It's simple. Sprinkle a little baking soda on your toothbrush. Just 2 to 3 times a week is enough. Use a soft bristled brush and go gently, don't scrub too hard. You can also make a soothing rinse. Mix half a teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of warm water, swish it around your mouth for 30 seconds, and spit it out. It can help relieve mouth irritation, freshen breath, and even support healing of small sores. It's safe, it's inexpensive, and it works quietly, without any strong chemicals or harsh aftertaste. And if it can soothe the inside of your mouth, then it's no surprise that it can also help settle things just a little lower down, starting with that all-too-familiar discomfort, heartburn. Part 3. Heartburn relief. Heartburn, it's a word most of us know all too well. That burning sensation rising from your chest to your throat after a heavy meal or a late-night snack. It's uncomfortable, sometimes painful, and unfortunately, it becomes more common as we age. At the root of it is something called acid reflux. That's when the acid in your stomach moves upward into the esophagus, the tube that carries food down from your mouth. Unlike your stomach, the esophagus isn't built to handle acid, so it burns. This is where baking soda comes in, once again, as a simple, natural remedy. Because baking soda is alkaline, it can neutralize stomach acid quickly and effectively. Here's how you do it. Mix 1 level teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of warm water. Sip it slowly, and within a few minutes, you may start to feel that burn ease up. It's a trick that's been used for generations. But it's not just anecdotal, there's science to support it. A review in the medical journal Gastroenterology and Hepatology recognized sodium bicarbonate as a fast-acting antacid. For occasional heartburn, it can provide relief almost as quickly as commercial tablets, and without the artificial additives. But, and this is important, it's not something to rely on every day. Baking soda contains sodium, and too much sodium can affect your blood pressure and your heart. So if you have high blood pressure, kidney disease, or are on a low-sodium diet, be cautious. Think of this as a short-term helper, not a long-term solution. Still, for those once-in-a-while flare-ups, after a spicy dinner or a holiday feast, baking soda can bring fast, affordable relief. And while we've been focusing on the burn inside your chest, now it's time to look lower, at the aches and stiffness in your joints. Because for many older adults, that's where aging really makes itself known. Part 4. Arthritis and gout. For many older adults, pain doesn't always come from the stomach or the throat. Sometimes, it settles deep in the joints. That familiar ache in your knees, stiffness in the fingers, or the sharp, sudden pain in your big toe that wakes you in the middle of the night. We're talking about arthritis, and its close cousin, gout. Arthritis is often the result of chronic inflammation. Your immune system, which is meant to protect you, begins attacking healthy tissue, causing swelling, stiffness, and ongoing discomfort. Rheumatoid arthritis is one common type. Gout, on the other hand, is caused by the buildup of uric acid in the blood. When that acid crystallizes, it forms sharp little needles inside your joints, triggering redness, heat, and intense pain. Now, here's where baking soda becomes surprisingly relevant. A study from the Medical College of Georgia found that drinking a mild baking soda solution helped shift the immune system's response. Instead of staying in a state of high alert, the body began to calm down, producing fewer inflammatory signals. For those with autoimmune-based arthritis, this shift could mean less swelling, less pain, and better mobility over time. And with gout, baking soda's role is even more direct. Because it's alkaline, baking soda can help reduce the acidity in your blood, making it easier for your kidneys to flush out excess uric acid. When your system is less acidic, there's a lower chance of those painful crystals forming in your joints. So, how do people use it? Some take 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda mixed with a glass of water once or twice a day, but only with medical approval. Others pair it with lifestyle changes, like limiting red meat, drinking more water, and avoiding high fructose foods that worsen uric acid buildup. But let's be clear, baking soda is not a cure. It won't replace your medication or your treatment plan. It's a support, something to work alongside your efforts, not instead of them. Still, I've seen patients who swear that adding this one simple step made their mornings a little easier and their steps a little lighter. But if you think that's impressive, wait until you hear what baking soda can do to support your energy during movement. Let's talk about something many athletes already know, and that seniors are starting to discover. Part 5: Exercise Performance. Here's a fact that surprises a lot of people. Top athletes, runners, swimmers, cyclists, have used baking soda for years to boost performance and reduce fatigue. Yes, the same powder you keep in your fridge. When we move, especially during more intense activity, our muscles produce something called lactic acid. That's the stuff that causes the burning sensation, the heavy legs, and the need to stop and catch your breath. But baking soda, being alkaline, helps neutralize that lactic acid. The result? Muscles stay fresher longer. You delay the onset of fatigue and move more comfortably. This isn't just locker room talk, it's backed by science. A meta-analysis published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that sodium bicarbonate supplementation significantly improved performance during high-intensity, short-duration exercises. While the focus was on athletes, the core benefit, acid buffering, applies to anyone. Now, what does this mean for older adults? It means that something as simple as baking soda might help you walk a little farther, climb stairs with less effort, or garden a little longer without needing that early break. Even small improvements in endurance can make a big difference in confidence and independence. Of course, dosage matters, and not everyone will tolerate it the same way. So, if you're considering adding baking soda to your routine for this purpose, check in with your doctor first. And as you start moving more, feeling stronger and more active, there's another part of your body that needs just as much care: your urinary tract. Part 6: UTI Relief. For many older women, and quite a few men too, urinary tract infections are a painful part of life. That constant urge to go, the burning when you do, and the aching discomfort that lingers afterward. It's frustrating, exhausting, and all too common. UTIs, or urinary tract infections, are usually caused by bacteria entering the bladder or urethra. And when they get inside, they create inflammation, leading to that sharp, stinging feeling with every trip to the bathroom. Here's where baking soda might offer some gentle relief. By nature, baking soda is alkaline. So when taken in small amounts, it can help reduce the acidity of your urine. And when urine is less acidic, it's not only less painful to pass, it may also create an environment that's less inviting for bacteria to grow. In a study published in the Japanese Journal of Urology, 33 women with recurring UTIs were given sodium bicarbonate daily, along with their normal care. After just 4 weeks, many reported a significant reduction in burning, urgency, and overall discomfort. Now, this isn't a substitute for antibiotics. If you have a full-blown infection, you absolutely need to follow your doctor's advice. But as an added layer of support, especially during early symptoms or recovery, baking soda may help ease irritation and make things more bearable. Just stir about 1/4 to half a teaspoon into a glass of water, sip it slowly, and let your body take it from there. Of course, always talk to your doctor first, especially if you're managing blood pressure or kidney issues. And finally, this tiny white powder might just have one last surprise for you. Something to help when cold and flu season comes knocking. Part 7, Cold, Flu, and Sore Throat. When the seasons change and the sniffles start, one of the simplest remedies for throat discomfort may already be in your kitchen. Baking soda. Just half a teaspoon mixed in a glass of warm water, gargled gently, twice a day, can work wonders. It helps soothe an irritated throat, reduce inflammation, and even flush away bacteria that might be lingering in your mouth or upper airway. It's a remedy that's stood the test of time. I had a patient in her 80s, Mrs. Lane, who swore by this every winter. No matter what my neighbors catch, she used to say, I gargle morning and night, and I stay healthy. And you know what? Year after year, she did. It's a gentle, natural way to support your immune system, without side effects, without expense. So from your mouth to your joints, your stomach to your immune defenses, this little box of baking soda has quietly done more than most people ever realize. The smallest box, the biggest helper. It may be small, just a simple box tucked away on a pantry shelf. But the support baking soda offers, from your mouth to your kidneys, your joints to your immune system, is very real. It's not a miracle. It's not meant to replace your medicine or your doctor. But as a quiet companion, it can make life just a little more comfortable, one small step at a time. If you found something helpful today, give this video a like. Share it with someone who might need a gentle, natural remedy. And drop a comment below. What tip did you find most useful? Let's keep each other strong, one small choice at a time.